welcome to Smoke Signals. I'm CJ Sims of Red Smoke Shop, and we are here with our wonderful partners from Grapes and Rye, Rachel and Lawrence, and we're gonna be discussing, teaching the craft. Why do we teach? Why do we teach what we know, right? So what inspired you to start teaching your craft, Lawrence?
Well, for me, what inspired me was the fact that how I got into it was somebody taught me. Somebody was willing to share their craft with me. I went to this specialty bar here in Austin, and I had a drink there, and it was amazing. And I ordered another one, same drink, and I got the bill. It was too expensive for me to keep buying them there. So I actually asked the bartender, like, man, I love this drink. How did you make this? And he was like, oh, let me just tell you how I made it. And I went home, made that drink, did some modification to it, made another drink, and my whole passion for it just grew out of that. And so I love to see people grow like I grew. And so whenever we do our classes here, one of the things that really, really inspires me is seeing people have that aha moment, as we were talking about earlier, where they get exposed to something they weren't ever exposed to before or had a predisposed notion about. And then once they leave our class, their whole perception of it is totally different. And so that's what I love about getting into this craft and teaching others about it, is that growth that I see when they leave our space.
Yeah, and for me, because he teaches the cocktail side of things and then I educate on wine, I love to see people explore and try something new. Like most people will come in and they'll say, oh, I don't know what kind of wine I like, or I only like sweet wine. And I'm like, oh goodness, let me introduce you to a whole world of things. And seeing their eyes open up and explore. And I try to teach in the most like laid back way, where it's okay if you mispronounce a word. It's okay if you don't know, all of the techniques. That's what we're here to talk about and to learn. We're going to just chit chat. Wine should not be something that is just closed off and not available to everyone. So I just love just opening it up to people and people learning, okay, this isn't this snooty thing that I can't be a part of. So, yeah.
Right, exactly. And I gotta ask you, babe, because that was something that you wanted to incorporate in the business.
Yes.
Teaching.
Well, I love teaching a craft that people say is a lost art. And when people come up to us and they say, wow, I never seen this in person, or maybe have seen it in Dominican Republic or Honduras or Cuba, but now they've seen it live here and we're doing it. And I love teaching because it's the aha moment, especially when they're trying to wrap and roll cigars and they understand where they went wrong. And I also love teaching in pairs. So if you can teach the person next to you, then you got it. And at our events, we bring people from behind the table. So we actually teach while we're rolling at events, because my thing is people come up to us and I don't smoke cigars, but I love to watch. So I'm not gonna let you sit there and watch me. I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing. So when you walk away, you have an experience that is like no other. So that's one reason why I love teaching.
Yeah, and so with that, we decided to kick off an apprenticeship program. Yes, and so we had our first pilot this year with a young lady who wanted to learn the art. And so she came, we came to her. Yeah, we came to her.
To her house.
To her house and helped her from the beginning to the end. And then we brought her out to a live event to roll.
And she rolled.
And she rolled, but she did give us feedback. She said coming out to a live event is totally different than at the house, right? And so, but that has inspired us to include it as a part of our business to, everybody who comes to the apprenticeship program may not end up being rollers, but we'd love for them to be teachers.
Yes.
So you have to know the art
Basic of what you do.
or you can teach, right? Yeah, so that's a really good one. When you all were planning out what was gonna be next for your business, you didn't start off with teaching, but I know you love to teach. So how did it come to a place where you're like, hey, I think we need to start incorporating mixology classes or, teaching people about wine?
Started with mixology class.
Well, yeah, we kind of started with it, but we were looking at the business holistically. One, when we first started, we were a dry hire. So that meant that our customers had to purchase the alcohol and then we would shake it up and serve it to them. And we did the classes and the same for that. You know, you would have to buy the alcohol. And so we wanted to provide a full service opportunity for folks. We also just thinking robustly about like the items in our offerings, like what can we extend beyond just creating the cocktail experience? What other, you know, sources or products could we offer that we could, you know, generate money from? And we were already just naturally sharing things with customers, or people would come up and ask us about different things. So curiosity, and just thinking through like our customer market and what we were doing already, like what is a natural like feel of things. So I think our first class was virtual, wasn't it?
Yeah, our first mixology class was virtual.
Yeah. And I think like,
That was before we had the space.
yeah,
like
before we had the space, you know, all these things. And what really sparked our level of like, oh, we want to do this education piece is that we were doing these classes virtually, and we got someone, where was he from?
I think it was from Singapore.
Yeah, from Singapore, who dialed in virtually for our class. And we were like, he paid to see us from over there to learn how to make drinks from us. And we were like, oh, we are all do something.
That was
Yeah, we were really excited about it.
That is so cool. That's so cool. So, you know,
But we also, but we also figured out that people come to our classes and that drives them to want to come back and try cocktails. So now that they know a little bit more about the spirits that they're consuming, how the drink is made, some of the ingredients that are in it, they will come back to the space and they want to try different other kinds of drinks. And it gets a lot of repeat business. And then what we also love is to, when they email us or text us or call us, and let us know that how they've grown or how they've used something they used in the past, whether it was a technique or a flavor profile or even just calling a spirit. Yeah, it just made
We've had tons of customers who have like, oh, I'm in New York, and guess what? I just asked for that drink that you taught me how to make, and they made it pretty close, you know.
you're so small. That's so cool. So when y'all were jabbed in the business, teaching was always a part of it.
Yes.
Got it. Got it.
'Cause even when people would come to the house, we always would love to, like, hey, taste this, and taste this. Oh, this is the history behind this. This is why this tastes different from this one. And that was just always about what we love to do, in addition to serving great
We
cocktails.
love sharing that. So, yeah.
See, and that's where I was going to go. I was about to say, you guys enjoy sharing the knowledge. And I think it's the same with us as well.
Yes, when we first started, we were just selling cigars. And then my wife said, let's take it up a notch, learn how to roll cigars. So I was an apprentice for 6 months with a Cuban master roller. And he taught me the art. And then I taught my wife the art. And so now we've taught classes in Barcelona. We've taught classes in Grenada.
Grenada.
And we taught all over the United States. Since we're a mobile cigar service company, we go wherever you want us to be at to teach. So the next is we're gonna do the virtual classes too. That's on our radar.
Yeah.
For people, you know, you live in Bolivia, tune in and we teach you how to roll a cigar, right? So we have a great time with that, and let's say it has morphed and transformed from where we started. Sometimes I sit back and tell my wife, you know, wow, I remember we used to just sell cigars and that was it. And this is way funner than just saying, here you go.
Yeah.
You know, it's great joy out of it.
That's true. And you know, you just said great joy. I bet you guys feel the same way.
Absolutely.
When they have that aha moment, it's a joy thing. So in teaching, do you think you've gotten better at your craft?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's especially when you have to, like, you know something about your spirits or the cocktails, but I want to know the history. Like, where did it come from? Who started it? Yeah, it's like, why is it made this way? And we love doing it. Yeah, so it forces you to know more about your craft as well, because you really want to give people a great holistic experience where they can really leave and say, I really understand about the spirit, the cocktail, the history. And that's just a huge part of it. So it definitely motivates you to even be better at your craft, because number one, you don't know who's coming into your class. Right. So yeah, they could be a novice, they could be an expert. And so you don't want to don't want to be sound stupid, of course. But that's on I told. Yes, that you also just want to augment everybody's experience, regardless of whatever level they're at. I want them to learn to leave here better than how they came.
You told me about tequila, on why tequila burns, and then that one you gave us was so smooth. And you say there's no artificial preservatives. It's all natural. I said, wow, I didn't know the difference, but
And I want to say a part of my life journey, I believe, is legacy. Like he knows that from a family standpoint, but a lot of people don't think about the interactions you had every day with people, or like as a teacher and a student. And, whether it's like actual education and like, the collegiate extent or what we do. And so when I give knowledge to our students and they learn something, I know they will remember that. They will be like, they might not remember my name. They will remember the what they've learned, the experience, the way I made them feel. And that's legacy. That's like, and hopefully they will pass that on to someone else, and it will continue to go way beyond,
generational knowledge.
Absolutely.
I agree. We were just talking about that 2 weeks ago, where you hear people say generational wealth, generational wealth. And I said, babe, you know what I think it is? I think it's knowledge.
Generational
That
knowledge.
generational knowledge, because there are some things that we've learned just as cigar rollers that is a dying art. You're not seeing that a lot, right? And so we want to share it. We want those who would like to come work for the team to become apprentices and understand it from beginning to end, just like we do. But that way they can maybe take it to their kids or someone that is 21 and over, hopefully.
Yeah, 21 over.
Yeah, no children, adult children. But it is that generational knowledge that I think is so key, no matter if it's a craft, finances, home buying. The more we keep sharing, the better the generation will be.
Absolutely.
From a generational perspective, what we're loving is that we're inspiring our children.
Yes.
Because we started our business outside of like in our 9 to 5. Yes. And they have all told us like, man, we've seen you guys do that. Inspires us to want to say, what business could I start? Or how can I be an entrepreneur? How can I be more in control of my destiny? So that's a legacy that we definitely want to hand over as well.
Yeah, and it was a blessing to me that my parents were entrepreneurs.
See mine too.
Yeah, beyond there, my father worked at Ford on a forklift. My mom was a Sanrio entrepreneur. My mom created everything. She created potato on a stick. Like that's a story for another time. But I'm telling you, she had all these different creative ideas, and that's exactly where I get it from. But had I not seen her or other people who look like me, or during my childhood that I saw like, oh, you opened up a grocery store, or you opened up a restaurant, or whatever,